Imagine this. You are Adolf Hitler. Your top spies have just sent you an urgent classified report. Britain's most feared military general has just landed in Gibraltar, preparing to launch a massive surprise invasion.
There's only one problem. The man your spies are watching isn't a general at all.
He is a flat-broke, ordinary theatre actor.
This is the mind-blowing true story of the most dangerous, outrageous deception in military history. An operation that saved thousands of lives on D-Day, all thanks to one man who had to give the performance of his life.
His name was M.E. Clifton James.
To the public, he was just a regular guy working in a dusty London theatre. But to British intelligence, he was a goldmine, because Clifton James looked almost exactly identical to Britain's legendary war hero, General Bernard Montgomery. The year was 1944. Allied forces were quietly gathering in southern England, preparing for the legendary D-Day landings. In this game, secrecy was more valuable than bullets. The Germans were desperate to find out where the Allies would strike. Every single movement of senior British commanders was being actively hunted by Nazi eyes. One tiny leak, one small mistake, and tens of thousands of young soldiers would march straight into a massacre. That is when British MI5 came up with an absolutely insane gamble. If they couldn't hide the real General Montgomery from the spies, they would simply build a fake one. The top-secret operation was given a chilling codename: Operation Copperhead. But turning a broke theatrical comic actor into the most feared, ruthless general in the British Empire, it was considered virtually impossible. Before the war, Clifton James wasn't a hero. He was a simple accountant by day and a part-time actor by night. He knew absolutely nothing about military strategy. To pull off the ultimate deception, James couldn't just wear the uniform. He had to live, breathe, and think like General Montgomery. British intelligence secretly assigned him to Montgomery's personal staff, disguising him as a low-level aide. For days, James tracked the general like a shadow. He memorized his strict, rigid posture. He obsessively practiced the general's sharp, distinctive voice inflections until his own voice completely disappeared. But then the team hit a massive roadblock. The real General Montgomery was a strict teetotaler. He completely despised alcohol and cigarettes. Clifton James, however, was a heavy drinker and a chain smoker. To save the mission, he had to quit both immediately, cold turkey. If a single spy saw him take a sip of alcohol, the entire trick would fall apart. Even worse, James had lost his middle finger during the First World War. Montgomery had all 10 of his. British intelligence had to secretly manufacture a highly realistic prosthetic finger. A single, simple handshake was now a high-stakes gamble. By May 1944, the transformation was complete. The actor had vanished. The general was born. The ultimate trap was completely set. Now, they just had to spring it. On May 26, 1944, just days before the real D-Day invasion, Operation Copperhead went live. Clifton James, completely disguised as General Montgomery, boarded a private plane and landed in Gibraltar.
British intelligence intentionally made sure the arrival was public. Nazi spies stationed across the border in Spain immediately spotted him.
Right on cue, the spies intercepted a fake radio message mentioning General Montgomery's plan for a Mediterranean invasion. The fake intelligence went straight to the top. Adolf Hitler was completely fooled. Believing the real Montgomery was planning an attack from the south, Hitler made a fatal mistake. He ordered his elite armored panzer divisions away from France, sending them to guard the Mediterranean instead. The front door to France was now wide open. June 6, 1944, D-Day. As Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy, the real General Montgomery led the charge. By the time the Germans realized they had been tracking a broke theatre actor, it was already too late. The deception had completely succeeded. But the twist? Once the mission was over, Clifton James was quietly taken out of his uniform. He wasn't given a medal.
He wasn't given a public parade. He was sworn to absolute secrecy under the threat of treason. The man who saved thousands of lives simply went back to his normal, broke life, completely forgotten by the world.
History remembers the generals, but it forgets the actors who played them. If you think Clifton James deserves to be remembered, hit that subscribe button for more untold history secrets.